Hello students, this is your next lesson, chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. These are the topics I'm going to cover in this lesson. Introduction, the cell theory, difference between animal cell and plant cell, diffusion, osmosis, hypotonic or hypertonic solution, plasma membrane, cell wall, plasmolysis, nucleus, nucleoid, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria, plastids, and vacuoles. Yes, cell is the structural and functional unit of life. It is the basic unit of life. See, while examining a thin slice of cork, Robert Hooke saw that cork reassembled the structure of a honeycomb consisting of many little compartments. Cork is a substance which comes from the bark of tree. This was in the year of 1665 when Hooke made this chance observation through a self-designed microscope. Robert Hooke called these boxes as cells. Cell is a Latin word from a little room. He observed the cell in a cork slice with the help of a primitive microscope. Leeuwenhoek in the year of 1674 with the improved microscope discovered free living cells in pond water for the first time. Robert Brown in the year of 1831 who discovered the nucleus in the cell. And then Purkinje in the year of 1839 coined the term protoplasm for the fluid substance of the cell. Next we'll see cell theory. The cell theory that all the plants and animals are composed of cells and that the cell is the basic unit of life was presented by two biologists, Schleiden and Swan, in the year of 1838 and 1839. The cell theory was further expanded by Virchow in the year of 1855 by suggesting that all the cells arise from pre-existing cells. With the discovery of the electron microscope in the year 1940, it was possible to observe and understand the complex structure of cell and its various organelles. Now let's see types of organisms. On the basis of number of cells, organisms are of two types. One is unicellular organism and the next is multicellular organism. What do you mean by unicellular organism? These organisms are single-celled which perform all the functions. Example, amoeba, paramecium, bacteria. Multicellular organism. Many cells grouped together to perform different functions in a body and also form various body parts. Example, fungi, plants, animals. The shape and size of cell are different according to the type of function they perform. There is division of labor in cells. Each cell has certain kind of cell organelles to perform different type of function like mitochondria for respiration. Types of cells. There are two types of cells called prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Let us see the difference between these two cells. These are the difference between two cells. First difference is cells of organism lacks nuclear membrane, whereas in eukaryotes, cells of organism have nuclear membrane. What do you mean by nuclear membrane? The nucleus has a double layered covering called nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane has pores which allow the transfer of material from inside the nucleus to its outside, that is, to the cytoplasm. We'll see all the cell organelles in the next video. Okay, the next difference is nucleolus. Nucleolus is absent in prokaryotes, whereas it is present in eukaryotes. Third, it is single chromosome, whereas in eukaryotes, single or multi-chromosome. What is chromosome? Chromosomes are composed of DNA and protein. Chromosome which contain information for inheritance of feature from parents to the next generation in the form of DNA. Next difference is reproduction is always asexual, whereas in eukaryotes, reproduction is both sexual and asexual. Next difference, it is always unicellular, whereas in eukaryotes, it is often multicellular. Next, membrane-bound cell organelles are absent, whereas here, membrane-bound organelles are present like mitochondria. Next is centriole is absent, whereas here centriole is present only in animal cell. Next, cell division is by binary fission, whereas in eukaryotes, cell division is by mitosis or meiosis. Example for prokaryotes are bacteria, algae. For eukaryotes, examples are fungi, plant cell, animal cells. We'll see all the cell organelles and its function in next video. Thank you.